so there's a lot more patients coming through the hospital.
Yeah.
So it's crazy because it's like, doctor needed here, doctor needed there, oh, doctor needed here, oh, we need a doctor here, and we got patients lining up. They're getting really stressed out, and they're just like you have to manage their, basically try to get them processed as fast as you can, or else they get too impatient of waiting, and then they leave, and then you don't get money, you lose money, and you also lose reputation.
Uh-huh.
So it's pretty
That would,
difficult, but I'm doing all right. Last time I was playing through it, I
Vision's
was
the
actually
art
like
of seeing.
maintaining.
that
Like
sounds
I almost had all my doctors quit on me, but then I built a staff room, and like I had the troubles of all my doctors were basically requesting raises because they're sick of their jobs, and they're basically threatening, like basically saying that they're going to quit because they don't want to work there anymore. Oh boy,
yeah.
they don't
Oh,
want to work there anymore because it's too stressful. So I had to spend quite a large amount of money to buy a new section of land to build more hospital on because I was out of room in the one I was currently in. So I bought a new section, and I immediately built a staff room. So that
uh-huh.
basically immediately started helping the stress levels of my doctors. But all of a sudden, all my doctors, nurses, and janitors, and basically everybody except for the receptionists, all went and go sat in the coffee room. And my hospital was empty with no
Oh,
workers in it because they're all sitting in the coffee room. It's like, oh man, Jesus Christ, guys! Like, fuck me one way and then fuck me the other way. Like, holy
yep,
shit!
pretty much.
But I ended up surviving through it, and my hospital was going back up. I was actually starting to make a bit of profit because I was almost out of money too. That was the other major thing. Is when you run out of money, it's game over. And I was
Yeah.
down to like, I think the lowest I saw it go is I went down to like $1,800, so
Oh my god.
$1,800, and you start off with like $50,000.
Jesus.
And like, yeah, I got down to there, and it's like, oh man, things are getting really tight. I got doctors like demanding raises here and there, people like threatening to quit. So I took like what little money I had, built the staff room. They all went there. I lost a small bit of reputation because there was like patients that weren't getting helped. But
Yeah.
then the doctor, like when they go to the break room, everything like gains back really fast. So they got back to work, and I started making money, and I got up to $20,000 before my like I don't know, my game bugged out and the mouse wasn't working properly, so I had to exit out.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it auto saved because I wasn't able to get to the menu to like save it myself because the mouse was bugging out. It was
Uh-huh.
like going over to the left half side of the screen, and I couldn't fix it. So I ended my stream, or I ended my recording there, and I'm hoping that when I pick it back up, it'll be close nearby to where I saved it,
Hopefully.
and then now pick up from there and see where I go. I know I just finished creating some new rooms. I had an X-ray room and a cardio room that I just created. But yeah, it's a pretty fun game. I enjoy it a lot.
Sounds like it.
The other one I was thinking about streaming. It's made by the same people. It's who made it? Who made the game now? I've got to look it up. I think it's Bulldog. No, Bullfrog Productions. I'm thinking about either doing some video recordings for YouTube or a stream for another one of their games called Dungeon Keepers 2. You ever
Yeah.
heard of that one? Yeah, I remember playing that when I was young. I played number 1 and number 2. I think I still have the discs kicking around here somewhere in the house.
Oh my god.
Dungeon Keepers 2 was free on Origin, so I downloaded that one, and I'm pretty sure number 1 is around here somewhere on disc. So
Yeah, I'm off that.
I'm gonna probably do a stream of Dungeon Keepers 2 just because I also enjoyed playing that game as well.
Yeah,
And I think
it's interesting.
I think it'd be interesting to watch and something new to stream. And like I said, it's one of those older games, but it's one of those ones where it's like it's a good game.
Yeah.
I don't know if Jordan's ever played it. I might get him to play it too.
You could.
I don't know. I enjoyed it. I don't think. I know last time I played it, I got to one of the end missions on it, and I was having troubles getting by it because it was actually pretty difficult. if you've ever played the game, I was on the mission where you start off as like basically just starting off with, like a small little sanctuary, and you have to go up against like 3 other people or
Yeah.
3 other NPCs that have big, large compounds.
Uh-huh.
And it's basically as soon as you like break out into an open area where they are, they basically immediately send guys after you, and it's like so hard to survive that because
Yeah.
you have nothing, and they're basically all built up and armed and ready to go. So it's like you have to try to like work with what little space you have to get by it, and it's like so hard to do that because, well, you can't see what's behind a wall that you're breaking. So you could accidentally tunnel out into an open area. Next thing you know, you got guys coming in through that open area to attack you.
Yep.
And yeah, that's where I left off on that game. It's basically I ended up trying to play through that mission like 5 or 6 times, and I couldn't get it, so I called it good for there. And I wasn't live streaming that, but I was just playing on my own.
Yeah.
But I'm thinking I'll probably try live streaming it again and see if I can get past that part, because I actually want to beat the game. And that was like mission, like the third last mission, I think. There's 2 other ones after that, and then it was game end.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. You should try.
Yeah, I definitely wanna get past that part there. Let's see what's happening with Jeremy here now. It's on turn 388 on the stream here. It is currently 1968. How are things been going there?
Pretty decent.
Jason?
I have a
Are you,
city-state sending fucking troops into my goddamn...
Oh, who's attacking you right now?
Ragusa has a fucking tank unit in my goddamn country, so...
Ragusa? Where's he from? Which country?
I have no idea where Ragusa is normally from, but it's like right south of my country right now.
Basically defending against him. You attacking anybody at the moment?
Yeah, I just killed that tank unit. I'm gonna build some I'm gonna build an army and then eventually go and attack that city-state and take it over.
Nice, nice. Capturing some cities here, expanding out. Have to make some demands to get. Oh, I guess I'm thinking of Civ 6 there, where if you take over somebody's city, it's marked off as basically a military occupation on the city. So you own the city, but basically you don't have political ownership of the city, so it's still recognized as somebody else's city. You might. I don't know if that's in this game right here, but if it is, you have to.
When you attack a city-state, I know for a fact. Actually, I think it's for everyone. You can either annex it or make it a puppet city. And annexing is where you actually take full control over it, but you generate more unhappiness that way. And then a puppet state is where you have you take it over and it's a part of your nation, but you can't choose like what to build. But it generates less.
What it sounds like is that you go in, it's like, all right, this city now belongs to us, but we're going to let you guys do what you want to do. We're not going to tell you what to do, but you belong to us. So that's what that sounds like. And then the other way is like, all right, we're coming in here. We're basically a dictatorship now. You belong to us. We're going to tell you what to do. If you don't like it, we'll chop the blocks over there.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing in Civ 6 there. It's basically if you go up to a city, it's like, well, I think it was like destroy the city, take over the city, or basically let them be, but you have control or ownership over it. And then yeah, the other what you have to do in Civ 6 is when you take over a city, unless you defeat the nation you're attacking, the city is still counted as belonging to them, or they like if they choose to trade to you, if they want to like negotiate for peace, they can offer you basically the political ownership of that city. So all the other nations will identify that city as being yours.
Yeah.
So you can still have control over the city, but politically it won't be identified as your city. It'll be identified as a militarily militarily occupied a city, which is a pretty cool feature. So it's like you can look at a city and it's like, oh, this city is run by this guy, but all the other nations are saying that the city belongs to this guy over here. So that means this guy right here is currently basically just capturing this city as his own. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that's only in like the higher levels of the game. So basically, it almost like if you want to compare it to like a real life kind of scenario, it'd be like what I think Russia's doing to certain parts of Ukraine. So basically, Russia's moving into certain parts of Ukraine and just like, yeah, this is Russia, but other parts of the world, there's like, no, that's Ukraine.
Yeah, I think so.
So that'd be like a comparison of what that would be in real life. It's been a while since I've ever heard what's happening over there. I don't really like paying too much attention to that anymore.
No.
It's life is going on. I like to say it's not happening here, but the reason why I don't really like paying too much attention to it is because I don't know the full backstory of it. Because that's something I remember hearing. Is like before, it's like I used to think like, well, that's just not right. Why are they doing that? But then I heard backstory that like apparently that section right there used to belong to Russia, but then I'm not too sure the full story, but somehow it basically got over to Ukraine's side. But most of the people that are living in it side with Russia. So they're basically kind of almost like this little section right here now, like, well, we want to go back to Russia. We don't want to be Ukraine because we're Russians. And that's basically kind of what's happening there is you have a group of majority of people living there saying that they want to be Russian, and then you have another majority of people there who are like, well, we're Ukraine. This is Ukraine. We want to stay with Ukraine.
Yeah.
And that's where the whole like fighting and stuff is coming along.
I'm sure America fucked something up.
Probably. Damn Americans.
Yeah, we suck.
Suck a little dick.
Yeah. Gotta pay the bills somehow. We're too lazy to get
I want to
jobs.
talk
We
about
suck
some more
dick
political
instead.
stuff, but it's usually not good to talk about political stuff in streams. It's
Yeah.
unentertaining. I know there's some stuff happening up here in Canada right now that's worth talking about, but I'll talk about it in Jeremy's stream. I'll be boring. I don't want to bore his viewers with political bullshit. Man, I came here to watch some like civilization political bullshit, and here you are trying to feed me some real life political bullshit.
Yeah.
I play Civilization to get away from the real world.
I'm
Specifically,
playing real world map, real world places.
I do like a world better that's controlled by me.
Yeah, I like making your own decisions better.
Like, I'm fucking Napoleon right now, and I don't think Napoleon survived to see 1970.
Nope. Sure didn't.
And I'm
See,
like sticking to my own little country here. I'm not inviting anybody.
I think he died when he was like, what, 52 or something? Yeah, he
I
wasn't
can't
too old.
remember. But the
he's in
whole
1970 right now.
thing is basically Alexander's the reason why, as a country, I would never attack fucking Russia, because they fucking like pillaged their own land and made the fucking invading army like pretty much needing supplies that the Russians themselves like fucking stole.
Yeah.
See, what they should have done is instead of invading Russia, they should have just gone around to Russia, invaded everything around them, and basically just isolated them off. Because I think during the time they're probably still having like quite a bit of famine due to like the harshness of their own climate and stuff like that. So they basically could have just like took everything else around them out, and then basically just waited them out. So it's like either A, they're gonna starve to death, unfortunately, or B, they're gonna be like, all right, well, what do you want? We need food. And it's basically like, well, it looks like we're in control here now, so
Fucking scorched earth policy is the best policy.